Hello, my name is Dr. Maya Byfield. My business is The Phenomenal STEMist. I'm so excited to be here in Orange County because it's where I live. I live in Apopka, Florida. And I decided to make this business because I saw a need for underrepresented students to be successful in STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, math. And the best way I can do that is just provide products for parents to prepare them, whether it's a book or online STEM camps or just video podcasting. My goal is to transform this community, especially those who are underrepresented. And the way to do that is to help parents understand their children's minds and basically develop them at different stages of their lives to be prepared for a successful STEM career. Thank you so much. That's why I'm here. Hey, 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 it's the Phenomenal STEMist. How are you doing? Good evening, everyone. It's 9 o'clock in Orlando and 6 o'clock in California. This is my new time. I am excited about the future, the next quarter. I'm going to be talking to quite a bit of people, and one of them is going to be in California. So, I can't do it at 8 o'clock. That's 5 o'clock their time. It's just getting home from work. So, just so that people from both coasts can be able to be involved in this process. This is the new time, 9 p.m. from now on. I'm not gonna do it again till September. We're gonna be off for this week, this month, this next month because a lot of things going on with me right now. But I will be back in September, and it will be such a great time. We're gonna be talking about uh oh man, I forgot what Brandon told me to say, but basically, I'll remember when I introduced them to you in the end of August. September, all the way to the end of the year, we're going to be talking about principles of wealth building, in terms of real estate, health is wealth, artificial intelligence and technology, and of course, wealth management. So, we are trying to really, really empower the people in terms of staying up to date with Math Money Mondays. M is for mathematics. M is for mathematics. All right. So Math Money Mondays. Who's in the house? See a few of you watching from LinkedIn, Facebook, um, yep, and YouTube, of course. Don't forget, I want you to please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to build the channel. Please, if you're watching, if you're sharing, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget that the book is on Amazon now as we speak. The Phenomenal STEMist. How to prepare a student, a successful student, from the womb to the university. From the womb to the university. All right, well, let's get right into Math Money Mondays. We're talking about the 10 commandments of wealth building. The 10 commandments of wealth building. How many of you want to build wealth? If you want to build wealth, you got to follow these 10 commandments. We're going to talk about it tonight. Number one is you got to go deep. Get deeply motivated. You can't be as shallow as trying to make a lot of money. If you're just trying to make money, you'll never build wealth. In order to build wealth, you got to have internal goals. Internal goals. You got to be driven by internal goals that are deeper than money. So, what are some internal goals? Financial freedom. You want to be so wealthy that you are financially free. The goal is not to make money, but the goal is to be financially free. The only reason why you do what you do is because you are passionate about it, not because you're trying to make bills, get bills being paid. That's monetary, that's superficial. But freedom, that's the name of this group out here. Shout out to Phenomenal Financial Freedom. Phenomenal Financial Freedom is in the house. I forgot to share. I forgot to share you. Let me try to share you. I'll share you real quick to my group, Phenomenal Financial Freedom. Got it. Got you. That was easy. That was easy. Number two. Number two. I'm talking about number two in terms of deep goals. Like, what are some deep goals? Freedom, charity. Like, if you want to deeply make wealth so that you can give a lot of wealth away, that's a deep goal. If you really, really, really care to give and you just want to give and you just don't have enough to give, so you have to make more money so that you could give. That's a that's that's what's gonna lead you to wealth. Your dream to give. Um, Growth in leadership. We're talking about the the deep goals that will lead to wealth. If you want to grow, if you want to be able to lead, right? You need wealth. It's very difficult to lead from poverty. It really, really different. It's very difficult to lead from poverty. So your desire to lead should be promoting your efforts to make wealth. Hmm. I believe that. So that number one, we're talking about financialmentor.com, the top 10 commandments of wealth building. The number one is you got to go deep. You can't be superficial and shallow. Fancy clothes, fancy cars, fancy jewelry, all that kind of stuff is superficial and shallow, and it doesn't reflect wealth, and it definitely doesn't lead to wealth. Number two, the second commandment. It's no more. I love about the commandments in well building. They're no thou shalt nots. It's thou shall. Thou shall go deep. Number one. Thou shall. Number two. Give more value than you take. Give more value than you take. Meaning you gotta add value to this world. A lot of people talking about, they don't pay me what I'm worth. Well, if you were to go and try to quit your job, what would they say? Would they say, please don't? Or would they say, don't let the doorknobs hit you with the good Lord split you? Which one would they say? If they would say, good riddance, that means you're not valuable to them. But if they're like, yo, what can I do to give you, like, you need a raise, you need a bonus, you need, like, please stay. You provide so much value to me. Give more value. The reality in business and in life, you get paid based on how much the business is making. They got to make a profit and then they got to pay you. If you increase their profits, they may not pay you. That's true. That's I don't want to fault, they may not pay you. Um Definitely not at like large institutions, but usually smaller institutions you may get an increase in pay, especially if you threaten to leave and they don't want you to leave because you're so valuable. Yeah. Mhm. Add value. Number 3. Number 3. The third commandment of wealth building is live with 100% integrity. So, There's some wealthy people out here that don't have any integrity. But are they wealthy? Or do they just have a lot of money in the stock market? And are they just using a whole bunch of people's other people's money to fund them to go places? But truth be told, they don't really have hardcore money. A lot of the people who are the richest people in the world, they don't have anything solid. If their stock market crashes, they lose half their wealth. hmm Bezos used to be the number one, the richest man in the world, and when he left his wife, or when his wife left him, one of the two, he lost half of that, and he's no longer the richest man in the world. Integrity, integrity. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't insult. Because when you do that, you lose your wealth, your true wealth. Look what's going on with Twitter. Can you believe what's going on with Twitter? Man, number four. Number four. Be courageous. Be courageous. Take risks. Take risks. A lot of people aren't wealthy because they don't take risks. They keep their money in cash. Cash loses value over time because of inflation. $100 10 years ago is not $100 now. It's not the same $100, and you have that same $100 in the bank that you saved from 10 years ago. It's now worth 50. Maybe not 50. But you get my point. Maybe $70. What's the point of saving something that loses value over time? The only way that you will make money and an appreciated value is if you take risks with it. You put it in the stock market, you put it in real estate, you invest it in other people, you invest it in things that are ventures that you're not sure about, but not 100% sure about, but you're willing to take the risk. You got to be very courageous to do that. You got to be someone who is visionary, that is a self-starter, that the article says, self-responsible. Like, you got to have courage to build wealth. You can't be afraid. You got to apply for that job even though you're afraid. Thursday's coming up. I'm doing a pitch for Black Orlando Tech. They had a pop-up pitch contest. And I don't know what a pitch is. I've never done this before, but I gave it a try. And let's see what happens out of it. Wealth can come from it. Connections and networks. Go up and shake that person's hand. That person may become your mentor to turn you into a millionaire. Don't be afraid. Gotta have courage. Number five. The five. The fifth commandment for wealth building is discipline. Discipline. Daily habits will make or break your success. Discipline. What are your daily habits? Number one, if you're constantly spending more than you're taking in, it's a horrible habit to destroy wealth. Number two, how's your eating habits? If you eat horribly and you have unhealthy eating habits and smoking habits and unhealthy habits, you'll die. Health is wealth. If you see something like a gamble and you go with it because you don't have discipline, there's a level to risk. You got to have a balance of risk and discipline. Risk and discipline. Or else you'll be gambling away your money every week. Every week you're gambling away your money because you have no discipline. It is the key. Procrastination, always late for work, is the key destroyer of wealth: being undisciplined. Undisciplined in your spending, undisciplined in your eating, undisciplined in your worth ethic, destruction of wealth. Be disciplined. Number six, avoid conspicuous consumption. What does that mean? The top 10 commandments of wealth building. Number six is avoid conspicuous consumption. Here's what the article says. This myth is perpetuated by a brokerage ads filled with sailboats, European vacations, manicured golf resorts. You see people traveling and living up their life, just consuming things. Consuming things, buying things that you can't afford. What does the article say? Wealth builders live modestly by spending less than what they can afford so that they can invest that difference for greater value in the future. I love that statement right there. Live below your means, not even within your means. Live below your means so that spend within your needs. I learned this from Susie Orman. Spend within your needs, live below your means so that you can invest for greater value in the future. So the goal is, how much do you want to do in your life? If you want to travel, you need to make so much money that you can travel. Or you got to find ways to travel. When I travel, a lot of the times I stay by friends and family. I don't need to go out and rent lavish hotels. I'm going to Atlanta, I'm staying with a friend. I'm going to Vegas. I'm traveling using my grant. I'm going to California because I applied for a training program and they said come on and I'll pay for it. You if you want to travel a lot, get somebody else to pay for it. Live within your means. Spend within your needs. And invest the rest for the future. You gotta delay the gratification. You can't just consume. One of the biggest issues with many people in poverty is that they consume more than they can afford. Now, of course, there's some people in poverty that are extremely poor and don't have enough income. That's, because of disenfranchisement. I can accept that, but I'm not talking about that. Mm-mm. I'm talking about people who driving Benzos, right? But have a negative net worth, right? And no judgment here. I had a sports car, Nissan Altima Coupe, brand new, negative $4,000 net worth. Negative 4,000 net. I'm writing a book, y'all. I'm gonna write a book. What's the name of the book? Oh man. I'm trying to remember the name of the book. The name of the book is going to be let's see if I have it. Started writing it. Phenomenal Financial Freedom: Bridging the Divide from a Negative Net Worth to Overcoming the Racial Wealth Gap. It's going to be my book right there. Putting it out there, speaking it into existence. Now I got to live up to what I'm saying. I had a negative net worth, and now I've overcome the racial wealth gap. And I did it in 10 years. But when I was 20 something years old, late 20s, I had a brand new Nissan Altima Coupe, negative $4,000. I should not have bought a brand new car. I should have kept the Toyota Camry. I really, really should have. Because if I did, then I wouldn't have sold some of the stocks that I did before the crash in 2008. And I would be a millionaire today. Now I'm a six-figure there. Don't have the seven figures yet. Mm-hmm. Why? Because conspicuous consumption in my 20s. Don't have the seven figures because I just consumed for no reason. Number seven. I'm gonna get there. I learned my lesson. Number seven, build supportive environments. Build supportive environments. What does that mean? Um, you gotta be around people who are thinking to help you be who you want to be. Eliminate distractions from people who can take you away from. Eliminate distractions, and that can be people in your family. No matter bad family members that take your money, eliminate them. Bad friendships that spend your money, eliminate them. Bad work environment that don't pay you money, quit. Oh man, bad church environments that give you false information about financial literacy, change church. Put yourself in an environment that wants to help build wealth with you. It's all a mindset shift. You can help others, but in terms of your inner circle, watch who's around you in that inner circle, because they'll rob from you, they'll steal from you, they'll take advantage of your ignorance and your innocence. Yep. Be careful about the people and the environments who are around you, especially when it comes to finances. Yeah, keep your money in your debts. Therefore, you'll be like, I don't have no money. Number eight, apply leverage to build wealth. Leverage. We're talking about the 10 commandments of wealth building. I see a couple of you watching. Tell me where you're watching from. Of course, my mother's one of them. Hey, Ma. Hey, Ma. How do you build leverage? There's five types of leverage according to six types of leverage that is listed in this article. As I said before, the article is called "The Top 10 Commandments of Wealth Building." Financialmentor.com. Financialmentor.com. Financial leverage, where you use other people's money that you're not limited to yourself. Number one. Number two, time leverage. You're using other people's time. Sometimes you gotta pay people to do something. It's pointless for you to. It's pointless for you to do something, you know, and it's wasting time. Where that time can be used to be thinking. So get you some interns. People pay people to do it. Number three, systems and technology leverage. Other people's systems, other people's technology. Like before I was doing this, I was using Zoom, I was using OBS, I was flipping it backwards. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I tape it, save it, send it over to. I don't do that no more. I pay Restream to send all my videos to Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I pay them to do that. And it's not that much. $7 a month. That's what $7 a month is how much a day? It's, it's not $7 a week. It's $7 a month. 7 divided by 30 days. It's cents. I use the leverage of technology for less than what you pay for a cup of coffee, and it's brought me in more dividends. People buy my book because I do the streaming, right? Just to remind you, Phenomenal STEM is this is on Amazon right now. Marketing leverage. Use other people's magazines, radio shows, databases to market you. Like, leverage everybody you know. Leverage your network, other people's resources and connections. You got to be able to understand leverage, how you can increase your wealth by by who you know. You know, like, it's not about, what do you say? It's not what you know, but who you know. That's the God honest truth. It's a little bit of both, though. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. Is who you know, who you could use, whose money you could use to leverage you, to boost you up. You know, leverage is like a lever, like a seesaw. Somebody sits down, pops you up. Whose time you can use, whose technology can you use, whose marketing can you use, who can you use, your network, your knowledge level, other people's talents and expertise. Invest in people. Ask people to help. My logo, I didn't create my logo. My logo was created by someone else. It's a beautiful logo for bright minds to become the next STEM leaders. Bright minds, that's my logo. It's a beautiful logo, and somebody created it for me. hmm Number nine. Number nine. Treat your wealth like a business, because it is. Treat your wealth like a business. What do you mean by that? Like, make your money make more money. That's how wealth builds. You don't just make money so that you can spend it. That's poverty. You put money, and money builds money. Run your money like a business. Design, the article says, design your wealth plan based on proven business principles that lead to success. What are these principles? Competitive advantage, leverage, accurate record keeping, accountability, accurate record keeping. Do you know how much money's coming in? Do you know how much money's coming out? I'm going to be talking with Delani every month. I have a whole, from for the next 4 months: September, October, November, December. The next 4 months, every Monday, we're gonna, on the first Monday, we're gonna be talking about real estate. Me and Brandon. Y'all better be ready. On the second Monday, we're talking about health. Me and Ken. Y'all ready? On the third Monday, I'm talking about artificial intelligence and technology, and how to leverage it. You wanna, and the fourth Monday of every month, I'll be with Dulani, focusing on accounting and wealth management. We're gonna take this next quarter, the last quarter of 2023, by storm. It's not gonna just be me, because one of the main principles of getting our people to overcome the injustices that we face is financial literacy and wealth building. I'm going to do my part in making sure people know about how to do that. Right? You got to have accounting principles. You got to have accountability with your money. You got to know what's coming in, what's going out. You got to create, it has to have a strategy towards it. You can't just start collecting, keep collecting money. It has to be strategic. And lastly, number 10, steward your wealth. Top 10 commandments of wealth building. Number 10, steward your wealth. What is steward? A steward, when I was on the plane as a kid, we call it stewardess. A stewardess. This is the flight attendant. When I was a kid, I traveled the plane by myself from like 6 and up. I'm on the plane alone, and the stewardess would take care of me. The stewardess would guide me from my mother, and my stewardess would take me to my aunt. That was the rules. They were in charge. They were they were there to protect. They were there to cover. Mm. How do you steward? How do you manage? How do you manage your wealth? You can't just throw it away. You got to know where it is. I like the way you say your steward, the wealth, excuse me, is your servant, and you are a servant to your wealth. You are responsible for the money that you have. How are you taking responsibility for the money that comes in and out, flows in and flows out of your bank account? Do you have a good practice of saving and investing and leveraging and creating opportunities for yourself to make more of it? That's what it means to steward your wealth. Look what it says. A rich man is a fool who dies without arranging his affairs to assure that his wealth does good during his lifetime and after his lifetime. Like, you're going to pass it on to your children and your children's children and your nieces, your nephews, your parents, whoever. Are they in good standing and ability to continue that legacy? If not, as soon as you give it to them, they're going to burn it. They're going to burn it. Steward. So that's it for you guys. Thanks for watching. Number 10 is you got to steward your wealth. Number 10, you got to steward your wealth. Money is little more than a tool that comes with responsibility to use it wisely. It's not something you possess, but something that passes through you and must be given back. You must steward it. You must manage it like a stewardess takes a child from his mother to his aunt. Number 9, you got to treat your wealth like a business. You have a personal financial management business, and you manage your net worth and you make sure that it grows. Number 8, you apply leverage. Leverage is the key that separates the wealthy from those who aren't wealthy, meaning you using other people's time, other people's money, other people's knowledge to empower yourself to greatness. Number 7, build supportive environments. Least resistance to wealth is based on how well you stand. People around you, a whole bunch of takers, are going to destroy your supportive environment. Number 6, avoid conspicuous consumption. Make a choice on what you consume each day. Don't waste your money. Number 5, discipline. Discipline. Stay the course in what you decide in your goals. Stick with it and don't waver. Number 4, be courageous. Right? You do something that nobody else will. And when you do something that nobody else will, you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded with wealth. Number 3, live with integrity. Why? Because no matter how much money you have, if you can't sleep at night, you'll be on medication, alcohol, and drugs. And that's not wealth. That's not wealth. Number 2, give more value than you take. Add value to people, and you'll never lose. And number 1, the number 1 commandment of wealth building is make sure you build wealth for something deeper than just making a whole bunch of money. It has a deep cause. Money will not motivate someone, but things like wanting to give to somebody, you know, that's good. Things like wanting to be able to be financially free. hmm Ones like things like being able to take leadership for your community and get your whole community out of poverty. Ah man, it's a deeper thought process for wealth building than just making a lot of money so you can show it in your nice fancy cars and clothes and purses and all that stuff. That dies. That dies. That dies. That dies. See you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I am the phenomenal STEMist. As I said before, I'm off for the rest of the month. I'll be back the last Monday in August, and that's when I'm going to really, really, really introduce you to the next level of phenomenal financial freedom, which is going to be involving me having a dialogue with others. It will not just be me anymore, but I'm really excited about the last quarter of the year where we're going to train you, teach you financial literacy in the context of real estate, health, artificial intelligence, and wealth management. I'm excited. I hope you are too. You guys have a good night. I am the phenomenal STEMist.